All right, we're here at the Baltimore Tattoo Convention with Landon Lewis. Hey Landon, how you doing?
Good.
What's your shop called?
It's Black Thorn Gallery.
And where's it at?
It's right outside of Harrisburg in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
And how long have you been tattooing?
I was 8 years in March.
Now you're straight edge.
Yes.
Do you do a lot of straight edge tattoos?
Truthfully, I try not to. Just because I think every straight edge tattoo that I've done, the person that has it broke. So it's just kind of like one of those things where it's just like, you know, I'll do them. I'm not going to tell somebody no, but...
When someone is going to get one, what's kind of your process in talking to them about it or figuring out whether or not it's a good idea or a good fit for them?
Generally, like, I try to get a feel for, like, how long they've been straight edge and, you know, like, it's not really my job to tell people what to get, you know what I mean? So, like, as long as they understand, like, I'll tell them, I'll be like, hey, there's a good chance you're not going to want this, like, a year from now, 2 years from now, or, you know, a week from now, you know what I mean? But, like, as long as they understand that it's on them forever, then I'll do it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not the straight edge police, so it's, you know, like, I'll tattoo, like, boyfriend and girlfriend's names, and, like, that almost never stays, you know? But it's the same thing, you know, I let them know that it, you know, probably isn't a good idea, and if, you know, if they still want to do it, then, you know, I'll do it. If somebody wants their boyfriend's name, it's not going to hurt anybody, you know what I mean? Like, it'll probably suck for them, you know, in like 6 months, but that's their decision. They're adults. They make their own decisions, so.
Right. If you're going to get someone, is it traditionally younger kids that are coming in?
Usually, like, I mean, like, for me, like, one of my first tattoos was a straight edge tattoo, you know, so, like, and that was when I was 18. That was almost 10 years ago. Generally, like, if you've been straight edge for 10, 15 years, you probably already have a straight edge tattoo, you know what I mean? So, like, usually the people that I do them on, they're younger. A lot of the people that I do straight edge tattoos on are new to it, and they're, like, pumped about it, which is awesome, but, like, you know, you don't want to get an X on your face when you've only been straight edge for a year, you know what I mean? Now,
outside of that, what kind of tattoos do you usually like to do? What's your style?
I love traditional American tattoos. That's probably my biggest influence, for sure. Like, everything that I do it has that foundation, but, like, I'll do anything, you know what I mean? Like, script, baby mama names, you know, little roses, anklets, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like, the first maybe 4 or 5 years of me tattooing was in street shops, so, like, you know, like, I don't just, it's not like, this is what I do, if you don't like it, then don't worry about it, like, you know, so, but traditional American is definitely my foundation of tattooing.
Right. Now, did you have to go through an apprenticeship, or did you or were you self-taught, or?
Ordered a kit off of eBay with my brother. We didn't know anything about tattooing. We had this grand idea that we're gonna open a tattoo shop.
Yeah.
So, like, I kind of putzed around, like, on myself and a few, like, select friends for about 6 months, and I was like, man, I'm terrible at this, and I need, you know, like, because I was trying to get apprenticeships, but I had plans to go to college. I didn't really know that, like, I didn't really know the industry at all. I had, like, one tattoo, and I was like, I'm gonna be a tattooer. So I sought out an apprenticeship. I was, like, really persistent in getting one, and that's kind of like when I learned, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even count that first 6 months. Like, that's kind of like a blemish on my record, you know what I mean? But so I had an apprenticeship. I worked with, like, 6 other dudes, and just kind of learned from them for a little bit, and then kind of went from there.
Right. What's your favorite part about tattooing?
I'm not really, like, super artsy, you know what I mean? Like, I do, like, tattoo. I paint tattoo flash, and I do, like, watercolor, but it's always tattoo design. So, like, I don't really have this, like, I need to create art, but I love making tattoos because they're just, like, so cool, so badass. Like, that's the biggest thing, you know what I mean? It's like, I get to sit down, I get to go in at work at, like, 1 o'clock, you know, like, sit down. If somebody gets attitude with me, I can, like, yell at them, and, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not working a corporate job, so it's like, it's because I've worked in corporate settings, and it's terrible.
Now, where do you find most of your inspiration for tattoos that you draw?
I work with a couple guys that kind of, we all push each other, and that's a big thing, because if it's like I draw something, they're just like, you can do that better, you know. I love looking at old flash and old tattoos, and even just like pictures of old, like old tattooed people from, you know, like 30s and 40s and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just like other tattooers, really. Like I said before, like I don't have a whole lot of like a fine art background or anything like that, so I love looking at tattoos, and I see other tattooer stuff, and it's freaking awesome. You know what I mean? And it makes me want to do better. So
now, what's your ideal client? If someone's coming in, what are you looking for in a client?
Pale skin and somebody that can carry a conversation.
Right.
I like a little bit of like free reign when people are like, I want this, just kind of run with it. You know what I mean? Like, that's generally the best. I hate when people are like, it's totally up to you, because it's just too much pressure. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, I could do this, or I could do that, or I could do this, and then I end up drawing something and they hate it. So if it were just somebody that was just kind of open but had like a vague idea, you know, nice skin, and you know, like, because I talk to a lot of people like when I'm tattooing them, and you can tell they're like, I'm gonna impress these guys, and it's just, it never works out. You know what I mean? So somebody that can have an intelligent conversation usually helps a lot.
All right, well, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate talking with us.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, dude.